back. It is 8:21. Social media is unraveling today because of a fight between Threads and Twitter. Threads is Meta's new challenger to Twitter, and Twitter is ready to go to court over this. So with us to talk about the online drama is Northwestern University professor of leadership at the Kellogg School of Management, Brian Uzi. Good morning to you, Brian. Nice to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so this thread concept is new to so many people, just getting started. I want you to kind of describe, how would you tell people, what is Thread?
So Threads is a substitute for Twitter. It's basically a microblogging platform. You send out short text to friends and people in your network. They respond to it. They can forward it to other people. They could retweet it, but of course this is going to be on a different platform. And in that sense, it also looks very much like Twitter.
Right.
So if you were to Thread, you'd be able to use it pretty quickly.
Okay.
But there are some big differences as well. And that is that, Threads allows you to have much longer characters. You could use up to 500 characters instead of 280. And of course, it's still free, which is not where Twitter is going at the moment.
Right. Interesting. Okay, so how big of a threat does Twitter face here? Is Meta the company that could take away a huge percentage of users? Because, ever since Elon Musk took over, it's become a little more controversial than in the past. Am I right?
Absolutely. I mean, Twitter has had a series of very, very unpopular decisions. It's pushed advertisers off the platform, which has killed their revenue. Some of their biggest accounts have left. Those are the people, celebrities, politicians that attract people to the platform. And of course, they've had internal problems with laying off a great amount of their workforce.
Right.
So all of this left Twitter kind of vulnerable, particularly because people are looking to jump ship and they haven't had a ship to jump to. And now along comes Threads, which could allow that to happen. Okay,
very interesting. So now Elon Musk threatening to sue Mark Zuckerberg, saying that Twitter's design was copied. It is a little too close. Do you think, after you've taken a look at these two and studied them, do you think that he has a legitimate suit here? Do you feel like it is copied too closely?
I don't think so. There's other microblogging platforms, Mastodon, maybe you've heard of it, or Blue Sky. They all look kind of the same. So for him to single out Threads as someone who has copied something unique to Twitter, but not bring it up with the other platforms that have tried to do it in the past, does make it look like he's being very particular in his attack and not one that gets at a general legal issue.
Okay, so you said earlier that before there was no real threat, and now people have a place to jump over to. Zuckerberg says 30 million people signed up on the very first day. I mean, that's crazy. And there were a lot of celebrities. You kind of wonder if maybe there was some deals planned before, because once you find out maybe your favorite celebrity or influencers on there, then you want to do it too. So there's been some people who say they can't delete their account now, but isn't social media built on ensuring people keep their accounts active and to continue to stroll? I mean, there's a lot involved here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Facebook, Meta did their background research, and they were already sure that people would be jumping ship because they need that to make the takeoff well. And you want to have a really big start. And I think 30 million people is a really big start. Yeah. So all of that's, great for Meta. And one of the things that's made that happen is Threads is attached to Instagram. And Instagram has somewhere between 2 billion and 3 billion users.
Yeah.
So once you sign up into Threads, you already have access to Instagram and the other platforms at Facebook, which allows you to better manage and have a consistent profile across many different platforms. So you don't have to manage each one of them separately. They can now be interconnected. And that's going to be very attractive to businesses who want to have a consistent advertising profile.
I didn't even think of that. That's such a good point.
It's the thing that really separates Meta from these other Threads from these other competitors.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Next time, I want you to come back, Professor Uzi, and teach us all how to delete these accounts we don't want anymore. But great to talk to you this morning. Wonderful insight. Yeah, we definitely have to have you back. You take care. Thank you.
Thank you.